going to give you some exercises to work with the hammer-ons and pull-offs, and also just in general, they're good exercises to work the pentatonic scales with. You can use a group of 16th notes on each of the pentatonic notes. So again, I'm starting with form 1. So first finger, 5th fret of the 6th string is where I'm beginning this, and I'm going to go through form 1 of the pentatonic, which should be fairly familiar at this point to you. So I'm going to do 4 notes on each, for each of the pentatonic notes, and my picking pattern will be down, up to do the 16th notes I'm going to be doing. So I'm going to go, so it's like 1, and then 2, and will be on the next note with the 4th finger at the 8th fret, and then continuing on the pentatonic, 3, and 4, and I'm just counting a measure of 4 quarter note beats, counting 16th notes. So 1 E and 2 E and 3 E and 4 E and is the 16th note count. That's a good exercise to do with all of the different pentatonic forms. So for instance, if you went into form 2, you do and so on, going up the scale and down the scale. What I wanted to get to right now is incorporating hammer-ons and pull-offs into an exercise using that 16th note grouping. So what I'm going to do is play the first note of the scale, so first finger at the 5th fret of the 6th string, and I'm going to hammer onto the 8th fret of the 6th string. So that's a down pick on the first note, and then hammer on to the second note of the scale. When I do the hammer, the pick should come up with what I call a ghost pick. So you pick the first note, and then I don't pick the second note, I'm hammering the second note. And then the 3rd and 4th note of the 16th note group, you're going to play with a down pick and up pick. So that grouping on the 6th string would be, so it's a down pick, a hammer, and another down and an up. And you'll do that in each string, so you end up with a pattern like this. So it's down, hammer, down, up. Then on the 5th string, down, hammer, down, up, and continue the same way in all the strings. So that for form 1, the whole pattern would go like this. And of course, start slow. Now when you get to the first string, after you do the down on the 5th fret, the hammer to the 8th fret, and then a down up for the group of 16th notes on the first string, we're going to go backwards and down the scale using pull-offs. So you'll do a down pick on the 8th fret note, a pull off to the 5th fret, and the pick goes up at that point, and then you're going to go down and up with the pick again. So you go down, pull, down, up, and then continue on to the 2nd string the same way, again following the form 1 pentatonic pattern. So 4th finger, pull down to the 1st finger from the 8th fret to the 5th fret on the 2nd string, and then down, up, and then continue on to the 3rd string within the pentatonic pattern, which will be the 3rd finger to the 1st finger with a pull, and then down, up, and then continue down the same way for the rest of the pentatonic pattern. So ascending and descending that form 1 pentatonic scale, you'd have this. If I went a little faster, it starts to sound pretty cool. I'm going to add a little bit of muting to it using the right hand, blocking with the heel of my hand at the just slightly over the bridge onto the string, so I get that kind of sound, and you get something like this. Right, I'm going to go into form 2 now and do the same thing. And form 3, without the muting maybe. Form 4. And back to muting for form 5. So work on each of those slow at first, and then work up some speed. So that's hammers and pulls with an exercise using the pentatonic scales and 16th notes.